Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Greenfield Village Railroad. For your personal safety, please remain seated while the train's in motion. Keep your head, arms, legs, and feet inside the cars at all times. Parents, if you're boarded with little ones, please place yourselves on the outside of the row. If that is not practical, make sure they are held or easily within your reach. There's also no eating, smoking, or drinking except for bottled water while on the train. We'll say goodbye to Gordon and Hans here. We now begin our journey of 2.5 miles around the village with our next stop in our Porches and Highway district at Susquehanna Station. The farmhouse that we will be approaching was the birthplace of Henry Ford. He was born here in July of 1863. The farm was located just outside of Detroit, and the family raised merino sheep. If you ever have a chance, you can stop by, go inside, see what life was like for Henry growing up here as a young boy. Now just past the farmhouse on your left, you can look down on our main street. There you'll find the Ford Motor Company, Granite Club's Millbury, the Heinz home, our 1913 Herschel's Building Carousel, the Wright Cycle Shop, Right Home, and our frozen custard ice cream stand. Coming up to Redlow Park. This was Thomas Edison's laboratory in New Jersey. He's credited with over 1,000 patents for this facility. If you ever have a chance, you can stop by, stroll the grounds, and even go inside. You can check out his incandescent light bulb. Now, if you can look to your left across the street, the yellow building is the Sarah Jordan boarding house. This is where all the single young men that worked for Edison would stay and live, and was one of the first few buildings Edison had electrified. We're now coming up to the Eckley Bridge. This is a gateway into our Porches and Highway district. From Susquehanna Station, you can go up the hill into Noah Webster's home, who is credited with giving us our first American dictionary that took over 25 years to complete. Or you can stroll down Maple Lane to see all the homes that we have here in the village. You can even go into our Susquehanna Plantation, which came from Tidewater, Maryland. Visitors were charged in 700 acres, and in 1838 they took their crops for corn, wheat, and tobacco. If you want to stop for tea and scones, Cotswold Cottage is open now until 2 p.m. You can even go down the end of Maple Lane to see our windmill and colonial Daggett farmhouse. As we come into Susquehanna, we can say hi to Ginger, the station master here. And I ask everyone to please remain seated until we come to a complete stop. Once the whistle sounds, it will be safe to exit on the left-hand side. Please wait for that whistle. It's now safe to exit on the left-hand side. We'll be here for 4 minutes before continuing on our journey.
we take it all the way around?
We're not getting out.
We're getting out.
Oh, no, they're gonna put more people on. They're just there.
We're trying to get off here.
We get off, yeah.
Out by the fountain.
Hurry up.
We'll be okay. We'll be back by it. We're doing. Thank you.
Sorry.
Sorry. What do you want to do? We'll be back up front. There'll be 20 minutes. So you can go to all. Is that enough? That's too late. They'll be
What kind of food do I have? Labor brand.
Oh, yeah. I'll link the
Frozen yogurt. Stop it. You're going to piece up the train. I'm going to make you walk.
Dynamite sauce. That's where they made the
Stop it. Child?
Yeah. Yeah, really do that. That's when they made the breakfast car. And they're giving us 2 hours. A long time ago, they did cars with it, but that's where they make the a long time ago, they first started, they were in Mexico.
Oh, don't lose yourself. Right at Burlington. Remember that side? Only last year. Yeah, I tried to get 100 for museum last year. Is it this one?
That kid back there.
This one over, it's got 2,000 museums. That's really oh, bad. We did not go here. We didn't go to the Mine? No? Come on. Come on, what's that? No? 855.
Yeah, this is the first car.
Why does it say that? Oh, emergency calls on you better stop calling. You're calling like 911.
I should just like leave my
I
contact.
don't remember the name of the place that we went.
Hey, honey. Did she call me Queen? What are you doing? Not in front of the class.
This is the one we went to. This is the one we went to in Detroit the other day.
Should I just text her and delete it? What's the number?
Where if
I didn't delete it.
Why is he working a snake?
like right, or maybe like midsummer.
For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Greenfield Village Railroad. Once again, for your personal safety, please remain seated while the train's in motion. Keep your head, arms, legs, and feet inside the cars at all times. Parents, if you're boarded with little ones, please place yourselves on the outside of the row. If that is not practical, make sure they're held or easily within your reach. There's also no eating, smoking, or drinking except for bottled water while on the train. We'll say goodbye to Ginger here at Susquehanna Station. We now begin our journey around the village to the north side at Smith Creek. We're coming up to our Cape Cod windmill. This was built in 1649 to grind corn and wheat into flour. It is the last known original structure of its kind left in the United States. If you ever want to try colonial living, our Daggett farmhouse next to it predates the American Revolutionary War. It was built in 1754. If you ever have a chance, you can stop by, go inside. They'll be happy to tell you what life was like back in our colonial days. Locomotive pulling us today is our 1873 Torch Lake. This was built in Totham, Massachusetts for the Calumet Hecla Mining Company of the Keweenaw Peninsula in northern Michigan. This engine was used to haul the ore from the mines and then down to the waiting ships. It's on the national roster as the oldest continually scheduled steam locomotive now in the United States. We're now coming up to our nature reserve. As we enter into the reserve, this will kind of give you an idea of what it was like to travel across the United States in the early days of the railroads. Before that time, our major means of transportation were by stagecoach, wagon, horseback, or even walking. With the coming of the railroads, the time spent traveling distances was dramatically reduced. Back then, if you were to travel between Detroit and Chicago by stagecoach, it would take on the average of 3 days or more of travel. With the use of the railroads traveling the same distance, it could now be done in hours. This is standard procedure on all operating steam locomotives. This was the easiest way of eliminating any sediments that might be forming in the boiler.
Like hotwood trees. Don't be walking out there.
Right now, coming into Walnut Grove. This is our activities field during the season. Our next big event will be on Father's Day weekend when we hold Motor Muster. From here you can also see the backsides of Pottswell Cottage, the Giddings, Webster, and Frost homes. We're now coming up to our Henry Ford Academy. To attend, you must be a resident of Wayne County. It is done on the lottery system, so if your name is drawn, you're allowed to attend here grades 9 through 12 for free. 9th grade starts at the academy next to the museum. The main building here is for grades 10 and 11.
Looks good. Good job, Brandon. Always.
Now as we slowly go around the turn, you'll find 3 railroad cars that have been combined into 3 large classrooms. This is where the seniors finish out their final year. Our seniors graduated this past Friday. We'll now be going by our Swanee Lagoon. This is only used now for flood control here in the village.
Remember having to run through a mud pump? And then you lost your phone or your shoe.
Hill towards Smith Creek. If you look to your left just past the stone building, you will see the Martha Mary Chapel. This was built by Mr. Ford to honor his mother and mother-in-law. Throughout the season, we host a lot of weddings in the chapel. If anybody's getting hungry, our Taste of History next to it offers a wide variety of food, served cafeteria style. They will be serving hot meals until 2:30 this afternoon. Now as we come into Smith Creek, this could be your exit point to go 2 blocks over to Main Street and Carousel. Down the hill, you can go to Ford Motor Company, right cycle shop. Turn left to Town Hall, 1 block over will put you into Menlo Park. Now Junction, you can go into the Roundhouse or to Liberty Craft Works to watch your artisans creating glass, pottery, printing, weaving, and carding of wool to be made into thread. Now as we come into Smith Creek, we can wave and say hi to Jeff, station master here. And I ask everyone to please remain seated until we come to a complete stop. Once the whistle sounds, it will be safe to exit on the left-hand side. Please wait for that whistle. Please sit down, we're still moving. It is now safe to exit on the left-hand side.
We keep going. We're out to the front. Can I get off now? Okay. Okay, go that way. Get that clip. There's like a little clip. Can you get it? There you go.
It's 440 and you still be close to the front.
Okay, we can talk. It's not far.
train station here. I think it's number 5 now. I think we're over here. Going to the next station. So at which point maybe we better get off where we started here. I wonder if they allow you there and on maybe for jobs back in the day, like
Let's move it.
whoa, that would be cool. I guess we go around, get our stroller, walk up
Yeah.
to the main, and ride the train back.
Oh, there's the playground too.
I see a map. I don't know where the playground is. Yeah, it's not too bad. Does it look like something in there? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, what are you
We're going to the playground here. I want to write them off.
Yeah, we're not too far around.
Back in 20
Yeah. Basically, we're right here. This train station. That's the playground. That's the bubble you're on.
And where
We're right here.
straight across.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah, pretty easy. Yeah, there's a lot.
For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Greenfield Village Railroad. For your personal safety, please remain seated while the train's in motion. Keep your head, arms, legs, and feet inside the cars at all times. Parents, if you're boarded with little ones, please place yourselves on the outside of the row. If that is not practical, make sure they're held or easily within your reach. There's also no eating, smoking, or drinking of any kind of beverages except for bottled water while on the train. We say goodbye to Jeff here at Fifth Street. We now begin our journey to the front at Firestone Station. We're passing by our Fifth Street train depot, built in 1858 by Grand Trunk Railroad. It was the first stop on its way from Port Huron down to Detroit. The station master and family were allowed to live at the depot and conduct railroad operations. We're now coming up to our Detroit, Toledo, Milwaukee Roundhouse. This was built in Marshall, Michigan in 1884 to service and maintain steam locomotives. We carry on that tradition today as a working roundhouse with the 3 coal-fire locomotives and diesel electric that we operate here during the season. The roundhouse is now open for you to go inside and see what is going on. Just past the roundhouse, you'll see the backside of Liberty Craftworks, where artisans create glass, pottery, printing, weaving, and carving of wool innovated into thread. We're now approaching the Firestone Farm District. This was home to Harvey Firestone, founder of the Firestone Rubber and Tire Company. If you ever have a chance, stop by the farmhouse. We can go inside and see what life was like back then. Or into the barn on the lower level to see all the livestock we raise here on the farm.
We just passed Liberty Craftworks. We're going this way.
Now, as we come into Firestone Station, I ask everybody to please look about you. Make sure you have all of your belongings as well as cell phones. And then if you would, remain seated until we come to a complete stop. Once the whistle sounds, it will be safe to exit on the right-hand side. Please wait for that whistle.
We got time to keep riding.
Wait for the whistle.